What's up, party people? Android Stud here, and it's time for Game of Phones. That's right. Between the Google Pixel 4 and the Galaxy S20 from Samsung. Now, which one is the top dog? The king of the smartphone camera in the Pixel 4 or the king of the display in the Galaxy S20? I wanted to take a moment and thank today's sponsor, Vankyo. Now, Vankyo makes some great products and devices. One of them is the Vankyo MatrixPad S7 7-inch tablet. Now, they make a variety of other products that you could check out in the link down below on the Amazon store. Now, they make some things from home projectors, gaming headsets, tablets, and more. Make sure you check out Vankyo. Today I have two of my favorite phones right now. That's right. It is the Galaxy S20 from Samsung in that beautiful cloud blue, beautiful display, and also the Pixel 4 from Google. Now this comes in this nice white from Google. Also comes in a black and an oh so orange. This one comes in a cloud gray, a black, and some other colors depending on what region you're in. Now, which one of these devices is my favorite? Well, let's go over some of the features that both of these devices have. Now, we've known for years that the Pixel phones have been the camera kings when it comes to photography and still pictures. Now, the Samsung devices have been the display kings. Look at that display. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous display. Now, this features a 6.2-inch display, 20:9 aspect ratio. Now, this is a dynamic AMOLED display, they're calling it. It has Gorilla Glass 6, HDR10 Plus, always on display. Now, it has the 120 hertz, but it only can use it at 1080p, or it'll be 60 at QHD, okay? Now, this one here is a 5.7-inch display. It's a lot smaller than this one here. Let's compare the two. As you can see, the display on the S20 is taller and much more. It's just beautiful. I got to give the edge to the Samsung when it comes to display. Now, this is 5.7. It's only 1080p now. You can get the Quad HD display with the Pixel 4 XL. It's a bigger display. This is Gorilla Glass 5. It has HDR. This has always on display, as you can see here. You have your always on there. This also has always on display. Turn it off. As you can see there, also has Face ID, but we'll get into that a little later. Now, this is a 90 hertz. You can force it to be 90 hertz all the time. Now, these are both buttery displays when it comes to fluidity and everything that you need to do on it. I mean, you have no issues on these phones. They're running and gunning. You just have no issues when it comes to the display. You can only do 120 for now on the S20 at 1080p, which is not a big deal. But display, I gotta give it to Samsung there. They're just a lot nicer. Beautiful, beautiful display. Now, this has the Snapdragon 865, Android 10 on deck, has that One UI 2 on it. Also, the storage on this sucker is 128 gigabytes, 12 gigabytes of RAM. You could also add an SD card, which is phenomenal. Now, on this one, you have a Snapdragon 855, Android 10, 64 gigabytes of RAM, or 128 gigabytes of RAM, no storage. Now, if these phones came with 128, I would be so happy. So I gotta give the edge to Samsung on the storage, because you can add more storage and you get more out the box for your value. Now, they both run Android 10. This is stock Android. This has the Samsung, the One UI on it. I gotta give the edge to the Pixel 4 as far as being smooth, just being delicious, and just being amazing. It just, to me, I prefer. A lot of people like the features on the Samsung devices, which, don't get me wrong, I do miss the features from the Samsung. They give you all kinds of stuff. You have Samsung Pay, you have a lot of themes. just a lot of different things that the stock Android doesn't give you on your phone. But look at those displays. You could tell the difference. This is just more beautiful. But I got to give the edge to software, to the Pixel 4 XL. I just love stock Android. It's just my favorite. But you know, you get some features on here. You have the motion sense radar where you can wave in front of it to change your songs. Also has Face ID. Has some good quality things about it. Now let's get into the price. Now this is $999 out the box at release. This was $799 out the box at release. Now you could probably get this a little cheaper now. Obviously, I picked it up on a really good deal. Now let's talk about some of the things that both these phones have. They both have stereo speakers. They both have IP68, waterproof or dust resistant or whatever you want to call it. And now as far as battery, this has a 4,000 milliamp battery. Much better than this one. This one has a 2,800 milliamp battery. So this one has a better battery, longer lasting. This one, it's a small battery, so you're gonna have to stay near a charger. If you don't, you're gonna be in trouble. Now they both have wireless charging, so you can put that on your shelf and you're good to go. So that's a good feature that they both have. Now, the in-display fingerprint reader on the S20, I think works much better than the S10 or the Note 10. As you can see there, opens up really fast. So shout out to you haters. Now this has face unlock. As you can see here, it's locked. Put my face, boom, Face ID. That's what it called. That motion sense radar there in the front works really well. This also has face unlock, but you know, it's not as secure, but it does work and it works really well. A couple other things on these devices, let's get into it, and that is what everybody's talking about. Does the Samsung S20 have those cameras that can compete with the Pixel 4 XL? My answer when it comes to still photography, Pixel 4 is still the champ. They just are, man. When it comes to the quality of photos that you can get on this device, you just can't measure up to the Pixel 4. I mean, you just can't. I mean, the quality of the photos on this phone are just outstanding. You can't compare. It's like, I just don't know, man. It's just the Pixel 4 just takes the best photos, I think, of any phone that I've ever used when it comes to still pictures. But hey, you can debate it all you want. The Samsung, it tries, the live focus tries on the front facing and also on the rear, but it just doesn't compete with the Pixel 4 camera. It just doesn't. The portrait on the front and rear are just superior. They just are. Now, where this is a great device is in the wide angle. When you want to take a wide angle photo, you're good to go on this phone. I think it's it's phenomenal. You can't do wide angle on the Google Pixel, which is a big miss by them last year. If they would have had wide angle on this, pobrecito, nobody would have had a chance catching a Pixel. But they don't, so they let everybody stay in the race. Now, video cameras, this thing does front-facing 4K 60 frames per second. That's disgusting. This one does not. This does 4K 60 on the rear. This one does not. Okay, so video cameras, the Samsung, I think, takes the cake as far as video quality. Plus you have more storage on your phones. You could add an SD card. You know, so for that, you got the triple camera on this sucker, the 12 megapixel wide, you got the 64 megapixel telephoto, and then you got the 12 megapixel ultra wide. So you get some goodness on this. On the back of this, you get a dual camera, oh God, what's on the back of this sucker? You get dual camera here. You get the telephoto, and then you get the regular angle, which, you know, they should have added the, you know, they should have really added the telephoto. It's just stupid to not have that, not the telephoto, the wide angle. That's just dumb. On the front facing camera, you get 8 megapixel on the on the Pixel 4, which is phenomenal because it takes good pictures because of the software. This is on the Samsung Galaxy S20. You get 10 megapixel camera, so you get some goodness on here. So there's no qualms. I mean, this phone takes good pictures. It just doesn't take as good as the Pixel 4 when it comes to portrait, to some photos. The problem with this camera, an issue with it, and I don't know if updates fix it or what, but I'm on the march. It smooths out your skin, man. You look like a butterball turkey. I can't take the smoothing. I don't know if it's from the, because this is Samsung and the region they're in, they like to look beautiful and pretty, but we like to look pretty here, but we like to look natural. Now the Pixel just gives you more of a beautiful look on your phone, on your pictures that aren't as terrible as the other ones. So, if I had to pick one phone, man, but for me, I would go with the Pixel 4 because I love stock Android. I love the camera on this phone. Yes, I will miss this thing. Is just lovely looking. Yes, and it has a lot of features. On the one, I'm gonna miss that. I will miss that. I will miss that when I'm not using it, okay? But the Pixel 4, I just like the compactability, the portability of this phone, the quickness of the stock Android. Not that the Samsung S20 is slow. No, it's not. But it's just, this functions a little more in the ecosystem of the phone, that it's just a lot faster, So, man, you can't lose with any of these phones. This one's 1,000. This one is 800. You could probably get these both cheaper now since they're already released, but they're both Titanics, man, when it comes to the smartphone game. That's gonna do it. If I missed anything, man, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. Follow me on Twitter at AndroidStud. Also on Instagram. Like, subscribe to the channel. That is the contest, the heavy hitters between the Samsung Galaxy S20, yeah, and the Pixel 4, yeah.